Let's take a look at some of the top trending tickers on Yahoo Finance this morning. Novavax topping the list here. Shares skyrocketing after announcing a $1.2 billion deal with Sanofi to commercialize a combined COVID-19 and flu shot. Yahoo Finance's Anjalee Khemlani has the details for us. Did I get the pronoun right?
It's
right
Sanofi, according to the French. I know, I get it wrong every time. I got it wrong earlier, but it's okay. Everyone says it differently. So Sanofi, big pharma coming in to help Novavax out. Novavax inking that deal, $1.2 billion, and that includes co-commercialization of the COVID vaccine. That's the one that's currently on the market, as well as the combo flu and COVID vaccine that they've been working on for quite some time. If you recall, Novavax was initially working on just a flu vaccine before the pandemic. So this is kind of going back to the roots. Meanwhile, there's an additional part of the program, which is going to be an additional $200 million for any other vaccines coming out in the future that have to do with Novavax's platform. That's the adjuvant Matrix M platform that they're known for. They've been licensing out as well. So that's where this whole deal comes in on, looking at the Novavax pipeline. Meanwhile, Sanofi also gets a minority stake, less than 5% stake in the company, and investing $70 million specifically. So that boosts Novavax's valuation, and that's why you're seeing the share skyrocket today, up over 120% already.
Yeah, and talk to us a little bit more about what exactly this means ultimately for Novavax's business here in the long run. And then does this totally erase all of those concerns that we had going back just over a year ago about their ability here to continue?
100%. This literally saved Novavax. They were struggling. They were looking like, they weren't sure whether or not they could stay operational for the long-term future, in part because they entered the vaccine race late. They started off in the initial batch during that Operation Warp Speed program, but they met with some manufacturing delays and then ended up falling behind and only getting approved in mid-2022 after the initial round of vaccines already started. So they were really eyeing the booster market. They've seen a little bit of revenue come in there, but meanwhile have had to slow down, make some cuts, and really realign on their books what they're looking at, cut down on R&D as well. So that's all been impacting the company. Meanwhile, Sanofi, a really strong flu program and profile. The flu vaccines contribute a lot to their overall vaccine portfolio. 2.8 billion of the about 8 billion that they receive annually comes from flu. And so the match that's being made here is that Sanofi's platform is also a recombinant protein vaccine, just like Novavax. So that's why this deal makes so much sense. And just a little point there as well, Sanofi also did the same thing with their COVID vaccine in partnership with GSK, entering the market late and also eyeing that booster market. So they're really on par in terms of sort of what their strategies have been for COVID. So it may be a match made in heaven.
That experience could potentially here pay off. All right, Anj, thanks so much.